I am a huge fan of Deep Slate. I use it in a lot of builds. I think it looks fantastic, but boy, is it a pain to mine. So I've always wanted to ask, how useful are beacons when it comes to mining Deep Slate? The way we're going to test this is pretty darn simple. We're just going to go all the way down to -54. We'll dig straight down. Hopefully that doesn't kill us. And once we hit -54, the timer starts. We have an ender chest. We have tools with mending on them. We have several, just in case. So we shouldn't need to include repairing time. And we have, in addition to our ender chest, multiple shulker boxes. We will be keeping everything we get, except for this garbage to get down there. So redstone, diamonds, etc. We'll see just how much stuff we can get from 2 hours of mining with and without a beacon. Whoa. Now, as I was saying, we are going to include the time it takes to get the beacon set up, and we will be measuring that as well. That's very important because that is really a big factor. Well, we're almost there. Once we break the next block, we will begin. So, let's start. We only have 3 seconds left before the timer ends, and this test is done. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got. We do have it organized. We have 6.5 shulkers full of cobbled deep slate, pretty good amount of tuff, a little bit of gravel, and then a decent amount of valuables. Again, not that great, but that's not the main focus of what we're doing. We're just kind of mining in beacon style to really see the speed effect of the beacon on deep slate. So I'm going to tally these up and you'll see them on screen right now. And I have to admit, that's pretty good. That works out to be 93 deep slate per minute, which is more than I expected actually. But now let's move on and start mining with a beacon. And once again, we are going to count the time it takes for the beacon to get set up. I'm going to show that on screen just to demonstrate that I am trying to be as efficient as possible, but the timer is starting now. Once again, we have 5 seconds left and just hit a really big diamond node, so that's fun. And time's up. All right, let's gather up that little bit of deep slate I didn't pick up, get rid of chunk borders, and see exactly what we've got. And I have to say, I think this was a little bit better, not spectacular though. So as we can see, we again have 7 shulker boxes full of deep slate. We have a full shulker box of tuff this time. That is quite the difference. And then we have all of these other assorted resources that we found. Totals will be appearing on your screen now. As you can see from the numbers, there really isn't a significant difference between the two. We did get more of everything, but not by a massive amount, with the exception of the lapis. Now, the reason for that is pretty straightforward. So when you're mining the deep slate, you really don't see a big difference with or without the beacon. So if you're just going for deep slate, honestly, I wouldn't worry about the beacon. It's not that big of a deal. But if you're adding in other things like tuff, you mine it so much faster with the beacon that it saves a ton of time. And that's why we have more of everything. In the other trial, we spent enough time mining tuff that it actually took away from the time we had to mine deep slate. And so when we were able to clear an area out that had tuff in it, basically, not quite instantly, but close, it gave us more time to mine deep slate and other things, and also revealed more nodes, which is why we probably got a little more of everything else, like the redstone and the diamonds, etc. So overall, if you're just mining deep slate, if you're skipping everything else, no point in a beacon. If you're mining everything, then yeah, beacon's worth it. In any case, this is going to wrap up the video. I hope you found it kind of interesting, but this is Mischief Maxed signing out, and I hope you have a fantastic day.